What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today we are checking out another viewer's car. This is Christian's Cupra Formentor VZ, and it is a very nice car. We drove it just over 2 years ago, I think, and we actually quite liked that car. But today we've got Christian's car because he spec'd it with the optional Akrapovic exhaust, and that is something that the Formentor VZ 310 could definitely use. A bit of audible pleasure would be good because it sounded a bit flat. This sounds much better. So today I'm going to show you around it quickly, since we already made a review on it, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, yeah, it's a good spec as well. I like this Nardo grey on this car because you see it in that matte blue or dark blue or matte grey a lot, and I think this is a very good spec. You can see all the gloss black accents in the front bumper, there in the grille as well, with the Transformer Cupra logo, of course. Very nice headlights. I quite like the design of this car. It's like a Golf R but a bit higher. I think it looks better than like a T-Roc. This is a bit more sporty and a bit more chunky. I like that. We've got these 19-inch Cupra wheels, behind that Cupra brakes, and of course you've got Cupra suspension, because this is the first car that was entirely made by Cupra. It was no longer a Seat Cupra. VZ badge there, and this is what we were talking about, of course, the Akrapovic exhaust, titanium Akrapovic exhaust. You can see the logo there, and that's the back box. So you should gain a couple horsepower with it, and definitely weight saving, of course, and it definitely improves the sound of the car. Maybe we should do like a stock versus Akrapovic as well. Definitely gives it a bit more body. Very nice rear lights as well. I like that. I like this as well. This hip line gives it a chunky look. So engine wise, of course, we know this unit very well. Oh, this is the 2-liter turbocharged engine from VW, Audi, Skoda and Cupra, and it is 310 horsepower in this car and 400 newton meters of torque, 4.9 seconds to 100, 250 km/h top speed. And of course, because why is it beeping at me? And of course, because this is a true Cupra, they all need to handle a bit sporty, and that's actually very nice about this car, that it's like a sporty crossover type thing. So let's hit Cupra mode with the button right there. Interior wise, we've got all this bronze stitching all around the car. This part leather seats, really good seats, actually very supportive. Seating position is perfect, nice and low. Yeah, this is done well. I mean, you sit in the car, you can see that bonnet in front of you. It's a relatively small car, but it's quite high up. It feels like a pumped up hatchback, and because you sit so low, it feels really good. So a little sound check. Also, the DSG fart on the upshift is a bit louder, of course, but in general the sound is a bit more full-bodied, which is good because these engines, they tend to not sound great, and they definitely can use an exhaust upgrade. Power-wise, I mean, I would say it's sufficient for this car. It's not mega fast, but it definitely moves, and it doesn't feel that heavy, and it feels quite playful, which is nice. It's a good solid feeling platform, this. It's basically a Seat Ateca platform. And they actually owned a Seat Ateca before that, a Christian and his family. He brought his whole family to meet us today at the Autobahn, which is very cool. And they used to own an Ateca. His wife actually prefers the Ateca, but he prefers this. His wife thinks this is a bit too small, but I'm not sure. I mean, I can, you know, Ateca is bigger, so I guess that, you know, you go down in size. But this is still all right. This is pretty practical, pretty spacious. You have a big boot. I mean, we've got a relatively normal sized adult here in the rear, and he has pretty decent leg room, and you still have pretty good leg room here as well. So yeah, it's not bad actually. It's quite a good package. Now we have a 7-speed dual clutch gearbox, of course, as usual. So let's do a launch control right here. Sport gearbox, sport traction control. And that's 0 to 100 in 4.7 seconds and not 4.9 like Cupra says. I like it. It actually, I mean, the steering is a bit dead. There's no real feeling there, but we're used to that from VW Group cars. But once you turn it in, it sticks really well. Cornering speeds are pretty high, and the car just feels well balanced and does what you expect it to do. We don't have a speedo cam today because it won't stick anymore, so we have the digital one there, but I think it's big enough for you guys to see what we're doing.
That's what she said.
I really like this car. It turns in well and it just sticks. Look at that. That's impressive. Okay, onto the Autobahn. We've got manual mode, but it upshifts itself, which is a shame. Yeah, it is a Saturday today, so you can see all the plants and flowers that they got today. You have to take that into consideration where you're doing an Autobahn run on a Saturday. They can't see anything through their rear view mirror. All right, back to business. That's 200 kilometers an hour. That's 230. That's not bad, right? That's pretty good performance, I would say. So top speed is 250 kilometers an hour. Suspension is very nice as well. This is Cupra mode, so the hardest setting, but very nice. Shifting at 254. I don't think it will go. Oh, that's 257. That's pretty much the limit. So 100 to 200. Let's do a little run here. We did 14.5 seconds with the Formentor 310, which is pretty decent. There we go. All around, a really nice car. It's a very good all-rounder. It's a nice daily. It's fast, it's comfy. You've got everything you need. Of course, the infotainment from VW Group cars lately has not been the best, but you know, you've got everything you need basically. You just have to really get used to how everything works. And I feel like Cupra, that's something they definitely kept from their older cars. They always give us that edge, that little edge that VW never gives us. A VW always kind of disappoints because you're like, okay, it's quick, it does everything well, but it never really clicks for me. It's never exciting. And at Cupra they do seem to be able to get that, to give you that extra bit of pleasure, driving pleasure in their cars. And yeah, that's no different for this Formentor 310. And especially if you add that Akrapovic You've got a nice sound. It's not intrusive or anything like that. It's not annoying for the people around you, but it just adds a little bit of extra sound, which is nice as well. So that's it for this review. Christian, thank you so much for coming to meet us on this Saturday with the family. Really appreciate it. To you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video and this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.